Et bienvenue tous sur la veille. On se régale, on s'amuse. The Council, The Conseil, la suite d'hier. Où Mortimer est un sacré FDP. Et je fais que de laguer. J'ai déjà envie de tout casser. Et je vais certainement refresh le stream. J'en ai déjà marre. Bon, on verra. Je vais laisser, donc The Council, vous n'avez pas la vision, vous inquiétez pas, vous allez la voir bientôt. Hop, excellent, sauvegarde numéro 2, on continue. C'est pas compliqué.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Ah oui, c'est vrai que
Yet
l'autre a voulu se
another way
suicider.
for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have
Bon, ils
given
sont
us all a
redevables.
fine
Ils me sont
lesson in
redevables.
courage.
I thank you.
Yes.
Owes you his life. That's quite something. That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself.
Bah, tu pars, tu vas
or
lui faire un lavage de
anyone else.
cerveau.
I think everyone.
Ah, je fais que le qui, j'ai envie de tout casser. Je vais cut, je recut, je reviens. Je reviens. Bien, re. Normalement, ça devrait mieux fonctionner. Normalement. Bien, continuons.
Little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Et putain.
Of course.
Oh le connard. Oula, ah oui c'est intéressant. Alors. Occulte. Ça. L'escape. Code 4. Alors j'ai le choix entre interrogatoire. Ça je l'ai déjà. Et j'ai 2 trucs interrogatoires. Érudition. Une petite érudition. Je peux pas, je suis au max. Ah oui, je suis déjà au max. Voilà. Ça c'est fait. Hop. Nope. C'est pas moi qui ai fouillé derrière ton gros tableau. C'est un très beau tableau. Ça va, Coco? Tu veux un gâteau? T'es pas mort depuis? Bon, je l'ai pas empoisonné, heureusement. Je sens que le jeu va me dire qu'est-ce que tu branles? Reviens ici, connard. Oh, les croix de Malte. Par contre, je vais utiliser instant en fait. Ah, il y a un truc là. J'ai certainement déjà lu, mais.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight?
Beaucoup de
when you're
Dante
still
ici.
like
Hein.
the imperfect grub,
Oh,
worm
yes.
before it's attained its final form. Charming.
En effet, charmant. Ravissant. Ok, on va lui parler tout de suite. Oh, mais t'as un très beau bureau. Je peux lire. Sur ces trucs. Oh, mais ce serait bizarre qu'il y ait un truc là, derrière. Ne penses-tu pas? Allez. Comme ça c'est
Louis.
fait.
I wanted to thank you personally.
Mais au
I
plaisir.
admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it.
Après, il doit peut-être
You would
plus
have
en
done the
vouloir.
same.
Hein.
I was just quicker.
Ah, humility
Il
is
doit
a
peut-être plus
fine
en vouloir
quality, sir.
pour la
Where
Louisiane.
is he
Hein.
now?
In his room, I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru
Ouais, à
is
cause de toi, en
clearly
fait, il est
a
dangereux.
dangerous man.
Pourquoi l'avoir invité? Alors, Monsieur Mortimer, il a la science. Je vais en savoir plus. Non, c'est pas ça. Ok, rien à foutre.
Tell me, my lord. Can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified?
Mais c'est une blague. Je me dis pas que je le fais encore. Mais j'en peux plus. Mais j'en peux plus. Ma connexion me commence à me péter les couilles. C'est une maladie en fait. J'en peux plus.
Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective.
Oui, bien sûr.
I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Bon, pas trop
Having
trop.
spoken to
Hein.
him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself.
Merci.
Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note,
Oui.
my lord, I'll be leaving you.
Je vous laisse.
Have we covered everything?
Absolutely.
Damn.
Oh, Louis. One more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
Écoutez, je vais réfléchir, ne vous
And you
inquiétez
never
pas.
know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis.
Oui, vas-y, crois.
From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you to change your vote.
Be
Oui,
my
voilà.
guest. But I hope your arguments are very, very persuasive, because
Oui,
I'm
c'est
not
ça,
the
donc
only
si tu veux
one
me
who
convaincre,
isn't
y a pas de
on your
souci,
side.
mais il y en a d'autres derrière. Hein.
Rest assured, I am working on it.
Il
Very well.
travaille.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Ah, là, là. Ouais. Tu restes louche, Michelin. C'est votre chambre.
I'll see you later, Louis.
Ouais, t'es gâté. Ok. Il a plus envie de me parler. Bon, t'es louche, Michel. Hein. Bon, je vais retourner me pioter, moi. Ah. Je vais essayer de voir s'il y aurait d'autres invités. Et ouvrir toutes les...
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Non, je suis caché. Tu m'as pas vu. Hey, yo Crini. Comment ça va Bonaparte?
Monsieur Bonaparte,
Sorry, Dorishi. I have no time for traitors such as yourself.
I beg your pardon.
If you are here, it's because Lord Mortimer agreed to include you. And what's the first thing that you do? You betray him by following Sir Gregory and bending over backwards to turn Washington against him.
Moi?
I'm sorry. I thought I was free to vote as I pleased.
Merci.
I didn't realize I had to vote for Lord Mortimer in order to show my gratitude toward him. Hey, he invited me here to come and look for my missing mother during his high society party. I'm sorry, truly sorry. I don't know all your customs yet.
It's just common decency that when invited to a man's castle, you don't go and to pee on his boots. Is it too much to ask?
D'accord, bah je vais lui
Yes,
péter
it
la
is.
gueule. Allez, tire-toi. Putain, je l'en foutrais moi. Eh, gna gna gna. Gna 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 gna, je t'en foutrais moi. Aller me pisser sur les bottes. J'ai pillé toute ta chambre.
Ce Jacques Perru?
Est-ce que tout va bien?
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through.
Putain l'enfoiré.
Very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Peru must rest.
L'enfoiré. Putain, il a bloqué quelqu'un à l'entrée. Ok.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Ah, je peux rentrer chez lui. Il doit être à l'intérieur, j'en mode oh non, non. On va sortir, merde. Je suis baisé, putain le bâtard. On m'a pas vu, on m'a pas vu. Bon, est-ce qu'on peut descendre? On peut pas descendre. Est-ce qu'on peut rentrer dans la...
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ça m'intéresse. Frappe à la porte.
No answer.
Insister.
Nothing.
Insister encore.
Emily? Emily, are you there? Emily?
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes.
Oh, j'ai bien fait.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
J'aurais peut-être dû te rentrer. Je peux pas bouger. Insiste encore.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Elle est ici. Bonaparte, non. Perru, non. Putain, les bâtards, je peux pas rentrer. J'aurais peut-être dû forcer instantanément. Dommage. C'est quoi ici? C'est une chambre, on ne sait pas du tout ce que c'est. Il y a même un petit endroit ici, on ne sait pas toujours pas ce que c'est. Fais voir les étages. On peut pas savoir les étages? Ah, d'accord, bah, clic droit, ça me baise. Ah, je veux savoir, ok. 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 De quoi? Premier étage, rez-de-chaussée, jardin, extérieur, souterrain. Oh les souterrains! Oh la vache! Extérieur, jardin, rez-de-chaussée, premier étage, deuxième étage. Et le troisième étage? Ça mène nulle part ici. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Putain, j'aurais dû rentrer, il me fait chier. Je me suis chié dessus, je me suis chié dessus, je me suis chié
Duke
dessus.
Manuel Godoy.
Godoy? Es-tu là?
Monsieur de Richet,
Oh putain.
I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
C'est au sujet de
I
Perron.
wanted to talk to you a moment and
I am expected.
Hey.
I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Bon. Dommage. Dommage, dommage. J'ai été dans la chambre de l'autre? Mon chanton. C'est ma... J'ai pas été encore dans la chambre du pape. Je sais pas le pape, mais...
That's me.
Putain de merde. Il y a peut-être sa sœur, en fait.
Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal
Putain, je peux
Piaggi.
toujours pas rentrer dans sa piole, hein. Le salaud. Je peux pas rentrer dans ce putain de truc. Et l'autre, il doit m'attendre. Est-ce que... Ah, je peux. On peut discuter? Seul au seul? Quelqu'un? Metal Gear. Utiliser la 3D. Personne. Ah, c'est pas ouvert. Oh! Non! J'ai entré! Merde! Je voulais pas! Oh non.
Congratulations, Monsieur de Richet. You made the right decision at the conference. What can I do for you?
Oh putain. Oui, tu cherchais un
Do you
livre
have
toi à la
any
base.
news regarding your search for the Al-Azif?
Good. You are straight to the point this time. I appreciate that. I shall allow myself to reply only because we are now on the same side. But keep it to yourself.
Bien sûr.
My search is over.
Oh, tu l'as, bien joué.
We have it.
Congratulations. Interrogatoire. Ok.
Congratulations. You were quicker than me.
Oh, don't blame yourself. You had no chance of getting the
Oui,
better
allez,
of
suce-toi la bite,
Gregory.
t'es super souple.
Well,
Allez.
At least I tried. So, tell me, where did you find it?
Would you believe that your mother gave it to Emily's twin
Donc il
sister
est toujours là.
before we arrived on the island? Apparently, she asked her to hide it, and once she had done so, your mother intended to kill her. But Emma, Emily's sister,
Voilà,
survived.
survécu.
So Gregory realized this and hid her in his apartment to tend to her, without
On
anyone
en a pas
knowing.
vraiment parlé, hein, parce que ma
When she
vision
came
certes,
around,
mais...
Emma rallied to Sir Gregory and told him where the Al-Azif was. And that was it. That's one good thing. Done and dusted.
Bien joué. L'œil.
Is anything wrong?
Oh, well, if I were you, Louis, I would be careful. Emma is still alive. And when your mother turns up, I wouldn't be surprised if she
Oui,
considers she
forcément.
has a score to
Faudra bien
settle
que je calme
with
le jeu.
her.
You're right.
Parce que c'est quand même mon cul. Enfin, la sœur de cette personne, c'est quand même mon cul. Faut que j'en profite.
All he can to calm the situation down, but
C'est
no
compliqué, ouais.
guaranteeing that she won't find a way of taking her revenge on your mother. However, keep it to yourself. We
Ouais,
never
c'est ça.
spoke to each other.
Thank you for this information, sir.
Merci.
Oh, don't mention it, Louis. It's natural. We are playing on the same side now.
Ouais, du même côté, ouais. Je vais te
can
niquer,
always
espèce de petit bâtard.
On me.
On
Je
that
vais cacher
note,
un truc que je sais pas, mais
I
je
don't
sais
wanna
pas
take
ce
up
que
any more of your
c'est.
time.
Oh, not at all, Louis. Come back whenever you want.
I'll see you later.
Qu'est-ce que ça peut bien être son livre à la con, là. Pour qu'il en tienne autant à ce point-là, il doit vraiment le vouloir, hein, son livre. Hein. Trop bien, je suis rentré par la fenêtre, je suis arrivé par la porte. Bien. Je crois avoir tout fait. Oh, j'ai pas fait, oui, cet endroit. On refouille tout, hein. On sait jamais, hein. Une histoire, quelque chose. Désolé pour les lags. Il a aucun truc qui a bougé hein, depuis le début. J'espère qu'elle s'en est sortie. Parce que elle s'est échappée, mais je sais. Oh, bonjour, monsieur l'évêque.
Your
Petite discussion.
Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our
Oui, je
lives.
sais, je suis très
Who
beau,
knows
fringant,
what that madman was
incroyable.
capable of?
It was a reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Silent
Non, je suis
proud
humble,
you.
pas modeste.
It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less.
C'est vrai qu'il
vote
était un
for
peu
the
avec lui. Hein.
conference.
Bah après, de force. Mais...
Ah, I see His Eminence is able to identify a good opportunity in every situation.
Now, what do you expect, Louis?
En plus, étiquette,
The benefit
vulnérable.
of age. You'll see.
Ah non, c'est pas... Non, c'est Perrault,
And
ça.
with time,
Non, Piaggi, il est vulnérable de
Except if I
manipulation.
find it
Je l'ai
disgusting.
noté. Je note tout.
But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I've been told about Washington. Congratulations, Louis. I must admit,
Merci, merci, je sais,
when
je
I
sais.
first saw you,
Et ouais, je suis plus petite que
would
toi.
never bet money on you succeeding.
Toi, tu te touches les couilles.
I was wrong.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
On that note, I shall leave you, Louis.
C'est ça.
See you later.
Allez, va te poser sur ce fauteuil. Tes fesses sont trop belles pour toucher le sol. Allez. Oui, donc là l'autre. Et ma chambre. Je peux pas rentrer dans sa chambre, putain, mais je sais où il est. Hein. Je suis toujours pas rentré dans sa putain de pio là. Ça me tend, ça me tend. Je peux pas là. Et brute force là. Putain. Casse les couilles. J'ai pas moyen d'entrer dans la chambre de la meuf là. Non, c'est non. Chambre de Bonaparte, non, c'est fermé. Et Pélu. Ouais. Ah, putain, j'aurais dû forcer hein, la chambre de l'autre. Hein. J'aurais pu peut-être en savoir un peu plus. Tant pis. Allez, on va se coucher. Ouf.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me.
Ouais.
What now?
Est-ce que c'est encore... Putain, on me dérange. Cassez-vous de ma pio, laissez-moi en paix.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm
Ah,
coming.
qu'est-ce qu'il a le pauvre là? Qu'est-ce qu'il a?
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
Je suis là,
I
qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room.
Quoi?
I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh shit.
Putain, j'aurais dû rentrer.
I want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
Putain,
You're
j'aurais
right,
dû rentrer.
Mr. President.
Putain, pourquoi j'ai
Thank
toqué? Je suis une merde. Vite, cours, vole. Putain, t'es où? À gauche. Non, pas cette gauche-là. Allez. Allez, cours ta race. Putain, sa mère. Vite. Alors déjà, je suis pas très bon en anglais, de leur décrypter en plus des voix acoustiques, c'est même pas compliqué. On entre. Bourre, bourre, rien à foutre. On toque pas.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Ah, par contre, je veux bien écouter la porte.
I can't understand what she's saying.
Putain, lui non plus. Hein. On frappe à la porte, c'est d'ouvrir la porte. Shit, 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 shit. On va essayer de passer par la fenêtre. Ça ne sert à rien de passer par là. Trouvons des solutions. Est-ce que je peux rentrer dans ces appartements? Je sais que c'était fermé, mais peut-être le jeu se dit tiens, on va l'ouvrir. Qu'est-ce que je disais? Oh
I
non.
have to get inside Emily's room through the shit.
Et putain.
Locked.
Essayez. Bon, ça me coûte 2 points. C'est pas bien grave. Allez hop. Metal Gear. Allez, yes. Hop, pauvre serviteur, il va encore se faire engueuler. Finesse. Subterfuge. Po, 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 po. Putain, je peux pas rentrer dans la chambre de Pélu. Je peux même pas savoir s'il va bien. Pour ma mère. T'es où? Ok, j'y suis. Ici. Ok, pas là. Le jeu n'a pas envie que je rentre ici. Ici. Non, ici. Ici. Hop.
Huh. It's as if there are several people inside.
Oh putain. Oh putain, on l'a tous vu ce flingue.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover a letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily.
On a tous vu ce flingue.
English Prime Minister.
Tout le monde l'a vu.
This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences,
William?
and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham. Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
En effet. Un
Two
coffre.
keys circle the lock.
Je peux. Hop. Métallier. Oh, des lettres.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Grégory.
I'll retrieve it later.
Grégory, oui, c'est Holm. Donc il y a une petite tension entre Mortimer et Hall en fait. Hein. Ouais, ils sont pas potes. Hein. Le mec, il est... Non.
No space left. I'll retrieve
Aude Mélise. Je sens que je ne pourrais pas retourner ici très longtemps.
All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
Oh, une pièce.
Cash.
A cash.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Oh putain, mais c'est pas de la merde.
Some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Ouais. Donc, c'est Emily ou Emma? Parce que là, je peux avoir des doutes. Hein. Oh, il y a un truc là. Attends, je vais tout faire le tour. Pour pas proc la cinématique. Parce que je sens gros comme une maison. Hop, hop, hop. Je retourne là-bas. Non, non. Il y a quelqu'un par terre? C'est qui par terre? C'est Emma, Emily? Et qu'est-ce qu'elle dehors? Bon.
What on earth is...
Putain, mais c'est ma mère!
You...
Putain!
Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've
Oh
done
putain,
for
c'est les
you.
sœurs.
You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? What? If you think you're going to... Louis,
Oh
help
putain,
me,
ils vont me la faire.
I can no longer reason with her.
Oh putain, ouais, je me souviens, c'est horrible. Hein. J'ai pas réussi. Enfin, je me souviens plus si j'ai réussi ou pas en fait. Les deux sœurs, elles vont me dire... C'est toi, Emily. Non, c'est moi. Non, c'est toi. C'est moi, Emma. Non, c'est toi. C'est pas... Oh!
I'm Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope.
Putain de
I'm the
merde.
one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want...
Ok. Elle a les yeux verts.
Kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are
Qu'est-ce
you
que tu as des yeux
waiting
verts? J'ai
for?
envie de tout casser.
Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Mais oui, putain.
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Bah non.
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
Oui, mais c'est bon, calme-toi. Non, flingue, c'est devant. Après, elle m'a donné le flingue. Après, c'est un peu louche quand même. Parce que elle hésite pas à tuer sa sœur. Hein. Je vais aller derrière. Qu'est-ce qui m'est arrivé?
On the wharf, something happened to me. What happened exactly?
You felt unwell. You had a nosebleed, and I offered you my handkerchief. I told her all that already. It was me who told you.
Right. Let's find something else.
Et putain.
Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Attends, duchesse, psychologie. C'est psychologie ça? Non? Ah, c'est interrogatoire, psychologie, c'est ça. Qui était déjà présent près de la cheminée? Ouais, c'était genre Perru et le... Qui restait avec qui? De quoi avons-nous discuté? Ah bah c'est bon, calme-toi. Ah, la question piège.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a...
L'interrogatoire, la pute. Et je lag. Ah, je vais noter interrogatoire pendant ce temps-là. Interrogatoire. Putain, je me suis fait baiser comme un lapin.
Way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis.
Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try
Parce que oui,
something
c'est
else.
logique, parce qu'en un sens,
On the first night,
Mortimer s'est
we
proposé
went
à
up to
l'aider.
bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Dans les derrière. Sommes-nous parlé? C'est la même question. Est-ce qu'on s'est parlé? Est-ce qu'on s'est vu? Bah oui. C'est un peu les questions sont un peu bizarres.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her.
Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily.
I can assure you, you're going to regret.
Je vais t'assurer que là il y a un point pour la meuf qui n'avait pas le flingue. Parce que l'autre a répondu oh oui, mais je lui ai déjà dit tout ça. Elle a pas posé vraiment Elle a pas l'air de ça d'en avoir su. C'est des questions un peu croustillantes parce que c'est des questions un peu plus personnelles quand même.
Pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this.
Ouais.
I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Ok, va t'en
Are you
content.
mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
Le truc c'est que la meuf qui a le flingue, elle a pas peur de tuer sa propre sœur. Dès que l'autre elle a dit oh non aidez-moi, mais elle a quand même donné le flingue. Imaginons que c'est Emily, non c'est Emma qui s'est fait tirer dessus, donc elle a un truc pour ma gueule. Comme un antécédent sur ma gueule. Imaginons que ce soit Emma celle qui a le flingue. Elle a un flingue. Elle me tire dessus. Je meurs ou en tout cas je tombe par terre. Je n'ai plus le pistolet. Elle est toute seule à avoir le pistolet. Elle peut tirer sur sa sœur. Ou la maîtriser comme elle peut avec le flingue. Et se casser. De l'autre côté, l'Emma qui m'a donné le flingue, elle n'a rien. Imaginons que ce soit la vraie. Enfin, imaginons que ce soit Emma. Imaginons, elle me tape derrière le dos, je ne la vois pas. Et l'autre Gonzès, elle peut le tirer dessus. Donc dans tous les cas, celle qui gagnera, ce sera la meuf qui a le flingue. Le problème, si je tue la meuf qui a le flingue, il restera l'autre. Imaginons c'est une traîtresse, elle me tape sur le dos, elle a gagné. Oh putain, je sais pas, putain.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Qui t'a tiré
The
dessus?
secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each
Ah
other.
ouais.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Ah, l'autre a été en mode oui, vas-y. Je peux rester derrière. Diversion, elle s'en fout et ça aussi. Alors je vais utiliser mon point. Comment t'es passé à... Fait la parole de Black diversion.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What relics did we find?
Property deeds in Mortimer's name dating from very long ago.
Is that all?
You mean all those mythological charms? So there was the so-called Pandora's box that wasn't a box actually. The famous golden fleece that reeked of dead goat. A broken sword that could have belonged to anyone. Is that enough?
Yes, that's enough.
You look captivated. Of course, he bought it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it.
Come, Louis. speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
Devant. Vulnérable. Ah.
Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night.
And that's where your little game ends, Emma.
En effet.
Because I never told you about it.
Ah.
So, there you can't answer.
What?
Et bim. T'es baisé.
No! You didn't do that.
I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you
Eh
always
oui,
used
c'est
to
toi.
react whenever you felt you were competing against a man?
Putain, je suis trop content, j'ai réussi. La dernière fois quand j'ai fait en solo, j'avais pas du tout réussi. C'était le pif, et je crois avoir
That's
raison.
enough. I've had enough of this charade. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
En effet. Emily est face à vous. Non, Emily est derrière moi. On est d'accord que Emily... Non, elle est derrière moi.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew
Profiler. L'usage de la compétence spéciale coûte un point d'effort de moins. Book. Vous pensez avoir identifié la vraie Emily.
you get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch!
Watch out, Louis!
Bah,
No!
là t'as plus peur, hein.
Hell, what have I done?
See what you've done. See.
Je suis la fausse.
Louis? What on earth is going on?
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis.
Ok, elle a l'air quand même vachement sympa pour ma mère, hein, quand même, hein, donc celle que j'ai épargnée, donc je pense que c'est bon. Hein.
There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing?
Merci.
Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Ok, j'ai eu bon. Oh putain, je suis content. Là, j'en suis sûr que c'était la bonne. On peut pas rentrer dans Jacques Perreux là? Non. Dans les quartiers de Jacques Perreux. Quelqu'un qui m'observe? C'est incroyable, hein. Ah, il est beau ce jeu en vrai. Hein. Non, faut se l'admettre. Hein. Il est magnifique. Enfin bon, c'est mon avis personnel. Bon, Bonaparte, lui, il en a rien à foutre. Laissez-moi dans mes quartiers et laissez ouvert laissez fermer les fenêtres, bordel de merde. Bouquetin. Ah, je m'en casse. Pom 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 pom
Good
pom.
God.
Oh mais qu'est-ce qu'ils sont passés?
They must have heard the gunshot.
Bah oui,
Where is
logique.
Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Ah. Je vais aller les voir. Je sais que
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
faut que je les
What's
fasse
going on?
disparaître.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's
Moi j'ai rien
room,
entendu.
and she isn't answering.
Oh putain, il est sorti la code.
Gentlemen, go
Ah,
back
oh
to
merde.
your rooms.
Ah merde. Ah,
Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
ah. Ah putain, il s'exécute, hein. Il y a quand même de l'autorité, monsieur le Holmes.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Ouais. Je vais voir s'il n'y a pas quelqu'un. C'est fermé. Est-ce que je peux entrer dans la pièce de l'autre? Ça me ferait très plaisir. Je peux même pas rentrer dans ma propre chambre, c'est grave. Go back to your room, ouais, du coup ils y sont. On fouille, on sait jamais. Surprise, je sais pas. Mais d'ailleurs il loge où le Holm? Parce que je l'ai pas, je l'ai pas du tout vu sa chambre. Hein. Peut-être dans le truc de Mortimer, mais même dans Mortimer, il y a rien. Il n'y a pas un brin de chambre. Il n'y a même pas sa propre chambre. Je sais même pas où il se couche. Trop bizarre. C'est un loup-garou. Je sais pas, il se couche dans la nuit, en pleine lune. En abrouillant à la lune. Je sais pas. Et putain. Mais je pensais pouvoir.
Monsieur Johann van Volnde.
Ah, c'est Van Van. Je peux pas, ouais. Est-ce que je peux monter? Est-ce que je peux niquer le jeu? Je peux pas niquer le jeu, dommage. Dommage, 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 dommage. Est-ce que je peux grid?
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Je peux pas. Il y a ma vie, l'autre qui retrouve dans ça. Piole. Tout à fait. Allez, je vais retourner à mes quartiers. Enfin, pas mes quartiers, mais dans la crypte. Voilà. Ouais, je peux aller n'importe où. Bonsoir, très cher. Je suis persuadé que je pourrais curer ma truc maintenant. J'aimerais
As I
avoir
was
des
unable to
choses.
bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
T'aurais une croix de Malpe.
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a... I
Oh,
would
je passe. Hein. On connaît déjà. Je suis une.
Don't worry, my good man. I know the effects of devil's thorn very well. I've been taking it for years without any adverse effects. I've never had cause to complain. You can believe me.
That is well, sir. Here is sir's herb.
Putain,
What
ils sont
else
tellement
can I do
soumis,
for
c'est
you,
grave.
sir?
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir.
Oui, en cas
Lord
d'urgence,
Mortimer-
blablabla.
oh,
What? That's the last straw.
Hop là.
Lord Mortimer himself asked me to take the
Étiquette.
sea
Putain, ils
to
sont
join
tellement
here.
soumis.
I accepted out of
Ils sont
kindness.
5
The
trucs.
voyage was undertaken in conditions that I prefer not to speak about. And then at long last I arrive and you refuse me a simple flask of Carmelite water?
Ah, ils sont soumis.
Your name. Tell me your name.
Here, sir, your Carmelite water. Please accept my sincere...
C'est bien soumis que tu es.
Sir requires anything else whatsoever, sir has only to ask.
Ouais, ton élixir
You
d'or.
wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh,
Passe.
on some guest.
Plus 1 watt, on s'emmerde. Science.
My good fellow, you're right. One should never mix
Mais
treatments without the
il est
advice of
sensible
an
à tout.
expert. It so happens that I usually make my own golden elixir, but I haven't brought my kit with me.
Oh putain, trop
Perhaps, in that case, would you fetch a spoonful of ethyl alcohol, ethereal oil, and 10 milliliters of ethanol for me? Along with that, a small quantity of gold, please. Just a few crumbs will suffice.
Ah, I see that sir knows his subject. Therefore, I see no
Eh oui, je
reason
mettrai mon
why
sujet.
I shouldn't give them to you. I hope that
Merci.
will be enough for you, sir, because I haven't any more.
Thank you. That will be fine.
Ah, 5 400, je suis
May I
fier.
help with anything else, sir?
Bah non, j'ai tout pillé. Hein.
What can
non.
I do for you,
Putain.
sir? I am...
Prendre congé, je te remercie. Hop là, j'ai tout pillé. Regardez-moi ça, vraiment. Serviteur. Ah ouais. Oh, il est soumis. C'est un bon serviteur. Et là, on va retrouver ma mère. Dans la crypte. Putain, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Elle était assommée. Pourquoi elle était assommée? Elle s'est fait tirer dessus. Après, elle s'est relevée quand même. Hein. Ah là là là. Bon. Allez, on y va. Un décamp. Et c'est parti. Hop hop hop. Alors, la crypte. Évidemment, personne s'est dit, oh putain, mais la crypte c'est ouverte. Personne s'est dit ça, mais évidemment. Ah, ça me gratte le nez. Ah, excusez-moi. Ici. Hunter. Hop. Ah, la crypte. Y'a rien, il manque des choses. J'ai tout pris. Tout devait l'endroit. Je n'ai même pas pu fouiller tout l'intérieur. Putain, mais ça a installé un putain de bivouac en plus. Oui, par contre, tu vas devoir m'expliquer. Hein. Tu vas te calmer 2 minutes. Hein.
No, wait, Mother.
Non.
Time is running out, Louis.
Si, j'ai
First,
tout le
we
temps.
must-
No. That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here.
Merci.
I'm begging you. Talk to me.
I beg
You
you.
must trust me, my son.
Ouais, mais il y a des
You
limites.
are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
Je te croirai.
I came all the way here for you.
Ah oui, c'est ça en
Now I
plus.
found
Dis-moi,
you.
allez, putain.
I'm ready, Mother.
Il se passe des trucs vicieux avec mes visions à la con.
Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is
Eh
entirely
bah dis-le moi.
true.
Raison de
Many
plus.
years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us,
I
Les
beg your
démons.
pardon?
and
Oula,
that they
ouais.
can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next?
Oui,
An
j'avoue.
ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Ça se ressemble un petit peu à ce que j'ai fait. Depuis le début, j'ai pris possession de quelqu'un. Tu peux en dire plus?
Yes, they are capable of going from one
De
body
corps
to
en corps,
another
mais putain,
as
mais
they
c'est
see
clairement ce
fit.
que je fais.
And two of them are present on this
Et
island.
deux.
Right. So let me guess.
Mais Holm, non mais Holm, la dernière fois que j'ai rentré dans quelqu'un, il m'a rejeté.
Lord Mortimer and
Et
Sir
Mortimer,
Gregory,
putain, il a
right?
une bonne
You
descendance, hein, mon
felt
pote.
it
Hein.
too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Ce
Many
serait
years
eux.
ago,
Selon elle, ce serait
well
eux.
before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we
Rechercher.
recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that Von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another.
Ah, faut que j'en
But
parle
I
aux
thought he would
Prusses.
hand the book to a middleman during this conference.
Eh bah, aux
That's
Prusses.
where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer.
Ah, mais là,
Not
il est
to
aux
mention
Prusses.
that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why.
C'est vrai que
There are
s'ils s'affrontent
many
bien.
of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support
Oui, j'avoue, t'as
any
des
of
preuves en
this?
plus.
Of course,
Parce que ça, c'est mes
but you
visions,
do
mais...
too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Bah... Son arbre
I
généalogique,
came
hein.
across his family tree in his study
An only son.
since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Oui, c'est
Where
plus simple.
all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Merde.
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
Oh putain, je crois avoir fait peut-être une petite connerie. Son
I
bureau
went
secret.
beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course, it was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell
Comme
me,
hôte.
did you find his secret study?
Bien
I
sûr.
did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
Bien
He has
sûr.
contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply
C'est
inhuman.
vrai que Mortimer, quand même, il a vachement rapproché les personnes parce que il y a l'Amérique, il y a la Prusse, il y a les Espagnols, il y a la France, il y a l'Angleterre, les Américains, si je les ai pas cités, l'Italie, avec le pape, qui est quand même quelque chose de pas mal hein, là-bas, quand même, de très puissant. Et le colloque,
You mean the conference?
même pour contrôler tout le monde.
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone
Oui, ça c'est vrai par contre. Hein.
And without any security or personnel.
Ils font perdre la mémoire. Ce serait chaud quand même. Hein. Ou alors genre il y a une zone, mais non, ce serait trop bizarre. Imagine que ce soit vrai, genre qu'il y a vraiment des démons. Genre ils créeraient genre une zone autour de leur île. Et genre quand tu entres à l'intérieur, tu sais tout ce qui s'est passé. Mais quand tu ressors, t'oublies tout, sauf la coloc.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
C'est tout.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way, you found me, you have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know.
J'avoue.
Right.
Dans le sens où
How did it all begin?
I saw him.
Comment ça
What
tu
do
l'as
you
vu?
mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor
Et ses péchés
that
capitaux?
structured the whole thing.
Je sais pas,
When all the
peut-être.
volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris,
Le
I
Al-Azir.
set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
Et
And
du
you
coup?
found no one.
And I found someone, Louis.
Oh.
I found him, or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Ça peut être qui? Jeune. Flamboyant? Mais c'est pas- il peut pas s'allier avec.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge.
Oh putain,
I
c'était lui.
showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
Ah, ça paraît logique. Oh, il avait quel âge?
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I
Dans ce
swear it
corps.
was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me.
Il faisait
That
pas
had
de traduire
aroused his
quelques bribes. Hein.
interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its
Ouais, c'est le laser en
Did
fait.
he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Let me have the fun. Non, t'as
You
refusé.
refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis.
Eh oui.
You don't make deals with the devil.
Bah oui.
After
En
that, I
effet.
spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase.
6.
In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741 in Poland, 1749 in India.
C'est quand même des bons de
8
8
years
ans.
ago
Hein.
in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait. The baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane?
Eh, t'es
I
vachement-
always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
mais pas
Later.
bien.
For the moment, that is not the key issue here.
Bah si.
Once we found the Alazif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island.
C'est compliqué,
All
hein, tu
right,
prends une
can
barque.
we move
Hein.
on?
Wait a minute. One last thing.
J'avoue que beaucoup de questions. Hein.
What did you negotiate about the Alazif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Ah.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm
Dis-moi.
sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters.
Ah!
I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside
C'est
her.
infiltré en
The
elle.
demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice
Oui, ça je sais que
president
c'est un
of the
vice-président
United
des
States,
États-Unis.
you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Bon.
I want
Avec
to know
Emma.
what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices,
Ah mais t'as
Louis.
quand même tué
That's
quelqu'un
all you
là.
need to know.
Mais dis-moi putain.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You
Séduisant.
dare blackmail me?
Séduisant, j'ai gagné un point. C'est quoi ça? Au finir, finesse, sauveur, avocat. Il est où ce truc? Je l'ai plus? Attends. Peut-être ça s'est pas chargé.
I'm listening.
Bah, non. Talent? Ah, séduisant. Hey! Ok, je prends. Petit coup manipulation. Manipulation. C'est où? Ah, c'est là. Ouais, ça risque d'être compliqué d'avoir les 3 points. Mais je pense que je mets un truc genre au moins genre tu prends tout niveau 2. Mais genre le truc c'est gratuit. T'as tout qui est free. T'as presque tout qui est free. Le jeu est gratuit après.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily
It's
to...
Emma.
Yes,
Oui,
or
c'était Emma,
rather
oui.
for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Ouais.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
On parle d'une guerre,
When
ouais.
does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen. Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Ouais. Ouais, je trouve
Samuel
être.
Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know,
Oui,
I
pourquoi tu
found the
cachais
package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Oui, la lettre de
On the evening
Piaggi.
of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me
Notamment?
what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Allez,
Good.
vas-y.
I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that
La
the Spanish
Louisiane,
hand
hein.
over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Putain, mais il y a des bougies qui sont
There.
allumées.
That's why we are here.
C'est Jésus? Mais qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel? Non, c'est vrai, je pouvais aller voir chaque perru, merde! Oh non! Mais quand? Oh, je suis deg! Oh merde! Oh putain, en plus, je gagne même pas tous les points. Du coup, je peux pas. Non, je suis dégoûté. Mais on va s'arrêter là. Il est déjà un peu tard. Je vous laisse là-dessus. Attention, attention, attention. Et ils sont tous à plus tard. Enfin, pas à plus tard. À la prochaine fois. Je vous fais des bisous. Je vous dis à la prochaine. Allez, tchuss. On se quitte là-dessus. Merci d'avoir suivi ce live.